A press release is a very important part of your marketing strategy. It's used to convey your story, your images, your branding, and a whole range of other things. But what is the most effective way to write one so you can get the attention of the brands you're going after, the publications that you're going after, like Billboard, Pitchfork? I'm going to talk to you and show you exactly what you need to do and what should be included in your press release in today's video. And stick around to the end of the video because I actually have a few free tools that you can use to create your press releases. What is up? My name is Lennon, and I'm a dance music producer that goes by the name Sirius. On this channel, I help you improve your mixes, your masters, your productions, and help you navigate the music business because we know it can be a very complicated industry. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything because I have a lot of amazing content planned for you in the coming weeks. Let's dive in and talk about how you can write an effective press release so you can get the attention you deserve for your music from brands and music publications. Let's talk about what a press release is. So a press release is basically a one-stop shop for a journalist, a brand, a publication, or anybody really to come in and see everything about you. So that will include links to cover art, press release images, your story, your biography, what the album is about, album covers, any names or artists and brands that you've previously worked with, any previous press coverage that you've received, any links to shows that you may have performed at on YouTube or Vimeo or wherever you upload your videos. Now you may be thinking, okay, if I want to write a press release, why don't I just hire a public relations firm? Yes, most public relations firms can write one. However, that doesn't mean it's going to be good, nor does it mean it's going to be cheap. Public relations firms can be thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. They're really, really expensive, and sometimes you may or may not be getting your money's worth. So now that we've talked about what a press release is, let's dive into the computer so I can show you exactly how you can craft one, and I'll break it step by step down in what each section is with a previous artist I've worked with named JV. In the title, I have a little bit of a description about the song. JV releases a vulnerable and sultry single called Paper Thin from his upcoming EP. So that gives a little bit of what the single's about. It's called Paper Thin, some adjectives to describe what it's about. It's very vulnerable, it's very sultry. Today, if I were to rewrite this, I would probably change it a little bit. In the journalism world, we call this a lead. And basically, this gives you a little bit more information to kind of reel you in underneath the headline. Below that, I have the cover art, which is basically puts the person reviewing the press release into a little bit of the world and kind of the imagery that JV was going for. And then you can see he's got the title of his track there. He does the cover art himself, so he's able to really convey his branding and his imaging. Then I have a link to it on SoundCloud. At the time, this was private. The song is out now. I don't think I would be using SoundCloud these days. I would use a platform like Dropbox. You can upload high-resolution files there. I would also look into a platform called Disco. I'll link it in the description below, but it's really big in the sync licensing world. And a lot of music supervisors use it, and a lot of artists use it when they're pitching their music, but there's a lot of description and information that you can include in the metadata within the track. I have the release date, so it's very clear to who I'm pitching to or we're reaching out to, what date the song comes out. This is very important. A high-resolution link to the cover art. In my experience, I see a lot of artists and publicists sending a press release, but they don't include the cover image or any high-resolution pictures. So how am I supposed to download this and use this in an Instagram story or a post or social media or a campaign, or if I needed to print it out, or even using it on a publication I'm writing for? This file is compressed, it's smaller, and there's not an easy way to grab this. It's very, very important that you include a high-resolution link to download the cover art. We don't need Photoshop files. We don't need 600 different formats. Maybe a JPEG and a PNG would be totally sufficient. Press images. These are images that are going to be of the artist. So if we click here, we can see there's a folder of JV at the time that we were using to kind of promote. And these are kind of professional images that really convey and further convey the artist's branding and give the journalist or whomever a better picture of who this person is. And if they want to use press images, print out for press or print on a poster or something for a show, show or whatever they want to use it for, then they have these images as well. Then you can see here we have a description of the song. This is a very kind of paragraph styled description of the song, explaining who JV is a little bit and what the song is about. And then we have a quote from JV on the song, which I think is really cool if you can. And then below that, we have a bio or description of who JV is. This maybe you could put here, you could say like a biography. So it's clear that this is the biography and describing who JV is. And then below that, we have links to social media. This is also very important because your social media is going to convey who you are and your branding. As a journalist, I can click through to your Spotify and hear other music that you may have released. I can click through your YouTube and see maybe you've uploaded vlogs or music videos to really further immerse myself in your personality or your world of music. I can click through your Instagram and your Twitter to really see your voice, and your Instagram, I can really see your branding and your kind of maybe day-to-day life. Another thing that isn't in here that is what's called like a fan link. So basically what this is one of my songs, is it's got the cover art here, it's got the song and the artist. Then it basically links to all of the platforms where this song is available. So if you click this YouTube play, it'll take you to YouTube and play the song. If you click Amazon, it'll take you to Amazon and purchase the song. If you click Spotify, it'll take you directly to Spotify. Maybe instead of, if you're pitching this after the song is released, maybe include this because some people prefer to listen to their music on YouTube and some people prefer to listen to it on Apple Music or Spotify. It really depends. So giving people the option for multiple platforms is always very good and inclusive. So once your press release is complete, I highly recommend that you put together a spreadsheet or some kind of document where you can keep track of all the brands, outlets, publications, people, any contact information that you may need or have, and keep track of where you're at in the reach out process. Reach out to them with a few months in advance and keep track of when you're following up. I would follow up 2 to 3 times within a 10 to 14 day period. I think this is ideal without being super abrasive and aggressive. Before we get into the bonus tips, please leave a like and a comment if you're enjoying the video, and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss anything when a new video is shared. Now, there are a handful of tools out there that you can use to craft your press releases and help increase the beauty of it. Now, my favorite tool is Google Drive. I live in Google Drive and Google Docs because this is where I keep all my documents and anything that I'm doing writing, all my scripts that I use for my YouTube videos, any press releases that I use. You'll see in the earlier part of the video where I showed you through the press release, that was done in Google Docs. Another tool that I use all the time is called Canva. Now, Canva has a premium tier, but Canva, the free version, does most of what I need it to do. You can create graphics, you can create cover art, and I feel like it's much more user-friendly than Photoshop. The next 3 tools that I use, they're called Unsplash, Pexels, and Pixabay. Now, they're both stock image libraries and repositories. I go over there all the time and I can search something, for example, like piano, and it will populate a handful of images with a piano that I can use for free and then just credit the author or attribute properly. It's important to read the licensing for these because sometimes you're not able to use them for commercial use. Number 1 is Google Drive, Google Docs. My second favorite is Canva. And then 3, 4, and 5 are Unsplash, Pexels, and Pixabay. And I will link all these tools in the description below. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'd also appreciate if you would follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join the Discord server. That's the best place to contact me. I'm always available in there. The link is in the description below, and we would love to have you as part of that community. So thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. We will see you in the next video.